Greetings, YouTube! Today is my 12th YouTubeaversary! Woohoo! And in celebration, we're doing a thank you video. So that's it. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you. And actually, I don't know how many subscribers I have at the minute. So let's go look at that right now. I forgot to bring this page up. So we'll pull up the YouTube Studios, and it's going to tell me as of the day of recording, it is 6,415. I'm not actually recording this on the day of the March 1st. And it says that I have plus 48 in the last 28 days, which is kind of amazing if you think about it. It tells me that, let's see, we have views are down 9%. Watch time hours are down 9%. And revenue is down 3%. Revenue over the last 28 days was $45.13. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Yeah, I don't make a lot of money here on YouTube, though. I think I should be getting another payment in the near future, which is cool because there's a knife I've been wanting to look at from CJRB, which is the budget brand from Artisan Knives, who makes some high-end stuff. But the CJRB stuff is quite nice. In fact, they made the Gobi, which is one of my current favorite knives. So let's take a look at what we got for comments today. What's the top comment today? It is from Ragatsu. Ragatsu? Yeah, I guess so. 2 hours ago. Best case scenario, you are slopped away. Worst case scenario, you are greeted by a machete's edge. Dealing with the video I did called Stop the Unity Bullshit. So, so cheery. Yeah, my YouTube channel is a lot like that. And of course, it being YouTube, I'm still dealing with the frustrations of YouTube comments that don't get notifications, so I don't actually know when people may leave comments sometimes. I don't know when they leave replies to comments sometimes, to their entire comment threads, which have existed and I've only stumbled upon. Someone recently suggested I do a Google search for like quotes of mine, or do a good, what did they say? Do a Google quote search, and they did that, and they were able to find some stuff that they didn't know about before. I have no idea how to do that. Anybody else out there knows how to do that, I'd appreciate it. I have no idea how many people are going to watch this. Let's check and see how many vids. Let's look at the content section. They keep renaming these things. All right, so let's pan down here. The last video I have uploaded at the moment, at the time of recording, is for the 28th, which is where I am doing a Gear Talk video. I'm talking about titanium eyeglass frames, like these, which weigh a whopping 15 grams. Alrighty, so let's see. Today's video has 64 views, 28, 43, 56. So like that. All pretty much below 100. So how far do I have to go down before I hit one that goes above 100? Okay, I go all the way down to February 1st, and I got one that has more than 100 views, and that is The Clock is Ticking Democrat. So it's a political discussion. Real shocker on that one. And so let's see now. Let's see the most views I've ever had on a video, which is from my, oddly, it's a video weapons collection, but it's the weapon collection part 2. So the first part of the weapons collection doesn't even make the top 10, I don't think, but the part 2 has 99,426 views, which is the most I have on anything on my channel. Getting dangerously close to breaking 100,000. That'll be kind of cool when I do that. And that was published on September 3rd, the day before my birthday, in 2010, so 11 years ago. Okay, 11 years ago. I had that video went up, and the next one after that is the Mythic Monsters. I did a bunch of reviews of like monster books, mythic monsters, vampires, werewolves, and something else, they do really well. I get lots and lots of comments on those. Like I should look at the weapons collections and see how many of these messages I never actually received. But I got like 123 comments on the weapons collection, 165 on mythic monsters, and after that, it drops right off. I got one here about Christopher Thomas Knight, which I had to close the comments on because it was attracting the white nationalists. But after that, yeah, it starts dropping right off. Like we got Vampires, Werewolves, that has 44,000, got 93 comments. Then I talk about a Popo giant squid figure, that's got 58, and it's got 41,000. Another monster book, 30,000 views, 35 comments. And the first role-playing game video on the list, 28,000, and it is top 5 role-playing games with 250 comments, which is a lot for me. But I'm going to leave this list up because I'm going to check out the weapons collection and see if I, in fact, have any useful things on there. Because it's always possible I've missed some useful things. Because while I have still been putting up weapon videos since then, mostly nowadays it's ones I'm making myself and reviews of knives and gear and things like that. So I'm still doing all that kind of stuff. It's just that at that time I wasn't doing knife reviews in 2010. I wasn't a builder of weapons back then. I'm trying to remember, did I make anything that I had ever made a weapon when I lived at my last apartment? Because when I started my channel at my last apartment building, because the last apartment, I moved from the apartment to owning this building. And that was, which is a 2-story apartment structure. It's got first floor and second floor, and we live in the second. So I don't think I ever did a weapons build. And when the first weapons build I did here, I had no workbench or anything. I did them on the old banister on my porch. We had our stairs replaced. But the old one, I was just like clamping things to my deck and using an angle grinder out there outside, so I could only do things in the good weather. So yeah, that was fun. Very noisy. And of course, now I have the problem is that I have to work around my mother-in-law giving lessons. She teaches violin and piano, so I have to work around her scheduled, appointments of students because my shop is under her floor and there's no sound mitigation. I can touch her floor. So when I have an angle grinder going down there, she can hear me. I hear the angle grinder, and I don't want to drown out her students who are trying to play violin. And I got to be honest, I don't necessarily want to be in the shop when her students are playing violin. There's a growth curve. Let's put it that way. So thank you, which was the point of this video. I'm thankful for all the positive, constructive comments, the funny comments I get here, the angry comments when I get people who understand that we need a more progressive worldview politically in America. And of course, because this is a twisted, warped world, even the hate comments, even the downvotes are considered engagement by YouTube algorithms. As far as they're concerned, engagement is engagement is engagement. Comment is a comment is comment. Even though that isn't true in the real world, they view it that way. So even the hate comments, which don't last long, do give me a certain level of attention from the algorithms. And I've gotten very good at figuring out who is actually a legitimate comment maker, maybe commenting about something they don't know enough about to be commenting about, and out trolls and the misogynists and the white nationalists and things like that. Hint: whenever somebody leaves something that has the same, even the most subtle whiff of being slightly inappropriate, but it falls into the category of maybe this person's just a little tone deaf, check out the age of their channel. Check out the videos that they have liked, or the comments that may be on their channel, things like that. Because, for example, if they have no image for their face, there's no avatar, like I have an avatar right there, there's no avatar and there's no content and their channel is a month old, yeah, that's not a legitimate channel. Block their ass. And if they're if they're subscribed to Fox News and Joe Rogan and maybe some Blue Lives Matter bullshit, yeah, they're not going to be people that you want to engage with. So block their ass. And I've gotten really good at that. I can remember, as I mentioned before, I can remember the first time I ever had to block somebody because they left a really unpleasant comment. I agonized over it. It was one of the hardest things I ever did when it came to my engaging with my audience here on YouTube. And now I can block 4 or 5 people before I have breakfast. Not even bat an eye. I just nowadays it's a reflex. Someone leaves a comment, I check about how the age of their channel is. First thing before I do, I never reply. I check the channel. Okay, this person could be just genuinely, sincerely ignorant. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh no, and their channel's 2 months old and they have no content on it. Goodbye. Book. And because of the YouTube's horrible structure, I can't bump people off my subscription list. And you might be asking, well, why do you want to do that? Because there are people subscribed to my channel who are here just to downvote. There will be people downvoting this video just because it came up in their feed, and all they do when I post a video every day is downvote my video for the day. That's just like I instinctively check the age of a comment, a channel before I reply to a comment. They instinctively see my video, downvote it, and they go on with their day. Maybe they have a list that they downvote every single day. That would be sad, but not unbelievable. So, but again, that YouTube sees that as engagement. But I'd like to get people off this list. We had one guy at one time who actually registered a channel, I believe it was called Black Tetsubo, with the intent, because he was a white nationalist, of trying to make me feel bad by doing some kind of false equivalency and talking about how, as I think did he do that I'm a black man line? Yeah. Whenever I hear I'm a black man or I'm a woman or I'm a trans person, I have to really be careful with that, because often they aren't black or a woman or a trans person. They're just a troll or a bigot trying to lure you into a conversation. But for the most part, they can't control themselves, and you might get like 2 or 3 comments into a chain when all of a sudden the mask falls off and they reveal themselves as the bigots they are. They just can't hold it together. It's really funny. It's just like, and there it is right there. Yep. They just blow up over your channel. But YouTube thinks that's engagement. Yeah, mystifying to me too. Progressive worldviews that are trying to help people and ensure that they have civil liberties and human rights are not the same thing as anti-Semites or white nationalists, which are the same thing, or misogynists, which are almost always the same thing, or homophobes or transphobes, which are also almost always the same. Did you see a theme here? White nationalism is a big, ugly, broad tent. Yes, it is. Alrighty. So thank you for being here. I'm glad that you have left constructive comments. I hope that you will leave constructive comments in the future. I have no intention of going anywhere at the moment. I have just recently uploaded the 119th video in my 4,000 question video challenge out of a total of 400 videos I plan on doing. So I still have a ways to go because I'm putting up one every Thursday. In fact, I believe I have to still finish filming the last 10 of them. So I've already filmed 390 of them. So I need to film the last 10, and I had been delaying that for waiting for the election to be over and waiting for my brain to have serotonin, both of which did not exist when I filmed the last one. So I have to wrap those up soon. And I'll probably be wearing this for the last video. I actually admitted that I'm wearing a hat today. A lot of the times when I wear silly hats, someone will comment and I'll often reply, I'll say, what hat? But yes, I'll probably be wearing this, which I got specifically for that reason. But I thought I'd wear it today because it was sitting there waiting for me to do that video. And I'm like, why not? It's a good hat. I may keep it. I may get rid of it. Like I don't really see myself wearing this outside a lot. I really don't. But it is a lovely hat. Almost looks like he's got teeth. Alrighty. So thanks for being here. I've rambled on for 15 minutes, but god damn it, it's my YouTube anniversary, and if I want to ramble on for 15 minutes, I can. See you tomorrow.